So today I'm thinking about my experiences and trying to use the teachings to make sense of them. So Venerable writes and teaches us that our experiences are due to two main things. One is our karma and one is our attitudes. And so I find this helpful because it seems like when I think about things being due to my karma, it helps me to loosen up. It helps me to actually start turning my mind when I think that I've created the situations that I'm in. I quit blaming people as soon as that thought comes to mind. And then there's the attitude. And so this morning I was in the meditation hall and I decided to try to work out a situation that had bothered me recently. And it's amazing how complex situations are. There's a lot going on. So I reviewed it in my mind, and I got angry once again, which was not what I wanted to do. But it did make me realize how complicated the situation was. I realized, wow, this was rather chaotic. This was a rather chaotic situation. And my response to that was anger. And then I tried to think of all these different ways I could have done this, and I wasn't really being too successful. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll talk to Venerable about this. And I thought, maybe I'll talk to the community about this and try to come up with, just lay out the scenario. And as I did that, I kind of went around this a few different ways. It was really quite helpful because it made me see what kind of solutions I was looking for. Like, I want to be able to present my side was definitely in there. My side has not been heard, and I want to be able to present my side. And that was like, well, that's not really what I'm really trying to do here. What I really am trying to do here is to come to a solution. And presenting my side actually isn't a solution, because the reason I want to present my side is because of things that are not really healthy. Yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like if I'm wanting to present my side because I feel that my reputation has been kind of had a few arrows thrown into it. That's why I wanted to present my side. I want to present my side, But that wasn't really why I sat down to think about this meditation. I wanted to come to a better solution. So I realized, well, that won't get me there. So then I thought, well, but I don't, so I reviewed it again, and I found myself a little ticked. And I thought, well, and that's when I realized, wow, this was really chaotic. And then I thought, well, maybe next time I'll just ask the person to leave. Because maybe that will work. And I thought, well, I don't think that's going to go over so well either. And I thought about this from a lot of different directions. And then the thing I finally came up with, of course, the last thing on the list, wow, maybe I should change my attitude. And it didn't really come up that way, but I thought, what else could I do? Wow, this was chaotic. And if something chaotic like this happens again, because I could actually not volunteer for this situation. I actually could stay out of this situation, maybe. And I thought, well, that's not really an option either, because that's not what I want to do either. I would do this again. I would put myself in this situation again. So I was striking out on all options. I finally had to think about putting the sandals on my own feet instead of covering the whole world with leather. Because I realized at some point, if I was really calm, I could have a different reaction here. If I was really calm. And that was actually quite helpful, because I realized this situation will likely come up again. And it kind of broadside me in a way, but I'll be more prepared for being in this kind of situation, having thought this through. And not that just because I figured out what I needed to do on my side and it felt like the right solution, it doesn't mean I'm not going to communicate still. But I'm not going to come from, I have to present my side and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, all these things. I think now if I communicate, that I'll be able to come more in line with my original intention was, how can I prevent this from happening again? That's where I was kind of coming from. And so I found that thinking about, attitude and karma in each of these kind of what I call disturbing situations is actually quite helpful. So maybe that will help you too.